Hi everybody, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. And since we were not able to meet yesterday, this is the week 2 Facebook Live using the, sorry I have to look at it, Well Done stamp set. This is the featured stamp set of the month, and this is week 2 in July, so we will be creating something with the Well Done stamp set. Let's get started. I'm going to tilt you down, and then I'm going to make sure I can see the video so I can see what you can see. With the Well Done. And I have to mute that. Silly me. Okay. There's a little bit of a delay for me to see what you could see. I think that will work. Make sure the light is shining on there as much as it can. And I have laid out the products we are going to use today, but I haven't gotten everything together as much as I like to. So, I'm going to tell you that we are using the Pool Party cardstock cut hamburger style, which is 5.5 by 5.5 by 8.5. Folded in half, that makes a 5.5 by 4.25 inch card. And this is going to be our cardstock. I'm going to set it aside for now, because we have some other things we're going to be doing. Here is a piece of the DSP from NetSuite, and we are going to be creating to where it looks like an ocean at the bottom of our page. And so we will be cutting some of these waves to use. And I'm thinking I'm going to want approximately 2 inches of waves. So there they are. And I think it would be perfect to use the other side of this, which are seahorses. And we'll put them on the inside of the card. And I cut that strip about 1 inch wide. Now, both of these, we need to trim off some of the length. So, I'm going to trim it to not quite 5.5 for both of them. And then we're going to use the scissors to fussy cut the waves on the piece we'll be putting on the front of the card. I'm just making them have the wave shape. these little pieces we just cut off. I'm going to pull my card base back in here. And we will be, actually, I'm going to wait a second because I have an idea. I'm not sure what I think about this ribbon and if and where I want to use it on this card. So let's see what happens. Unless I want to add a bow somewhere later, I am not going to be using that ribbon on this card. But I will be attaching these waves to the front of the card. But I want to do a little bit of stamping on the card front before that happens. And I'm going to go ahead and glue my seahorses to the inside of the card. Just like that. All right. I'm going to open this because we're going to be doing some stamping on it, and I don't want the double layer to irritate anything. And I'm going to be using the Pool Party ink and stamping some bubbles. The only block I have out available and ready is a size D block. But if you have something smaller, that would be perfect for this kind of card. I'm just going to stamp some bubbles. Doing a little bit of stamp off. You can't see very well. It's not stamping great the second time around, but I am stamping off, and so there's some very subtle bubbles. My Pool Party away for... No, I'm leaving it open because I plan to use it here in a minute to stamp the sentiment. But in the meantime, I'm going to glue on the waves. And I'm making sure the waves go down almost all the way to the bottom of the card front. And I will be stamping "You're Kind of a Big Deal" on the front of this card. put it right over here. Actually, more up toward the top. And there it is. You're kind of a big deal. And then whatever you need this card for, a birthday, congratulations, just thinking of you, whatever, can go on the inside of the card. And I'm going to wait before I do that. Alright. Get my whale out because that's the only other stamping that I want to do. And my whale is actually going to be a misty moonlight whale. So let me close up my pool party and get my whale. Put the card aside, pull out a piece of Whisper White that I will be stamping on. And then I'll be stamping my whale right there. That's a funny little something in the middle of his head. Maybe it's... Nope, that's not where his blowhole is. There's his blowhole. So I will clean this up and try it again. All right, one more time. That did not work either. Let's try it again. Flip it over and try it again. This is why paper has two sides. Not sure why the whale is not wanting to get all its ink off today. I haven't had any problems stamping the sweet little whale. There we go. There's our whale. Put this aside to clean it up after a bit. And then I'm going to pull my whale punch out. And we're going to have fun just building a whale. I have several pieces of paper that I plan to do some punching with. And so there you line up your whale. You do not have to stamp a whale to get a really cool whale image as well. You can just punch out cardstock and piece it together. But I wanted to punch out the whale. And I wanted to see a little bit to see if I could figure out what some of these pieces are supposed to be. Okay. but I'm not building my complete wheel. I punched out a stamped version of my wheel. That is some of the spray that comes out. And so is that. I believe what I have down here is part of the whale's fin. So we're going to punch that out of Misty Moonlight and see if that was correct and if it will make kind of a cool 3D look. Yes. Okay. And then I'm also going to make sure I get some punched out of the Misty Moonlight and also some Pool Party. And then we'll see what we put together. And I also pulled out my Balmy Blue cardstock, so we'll go ahead and punch the water with that as well. Alright, put my whale punch away, and then gonna get busy moving all of this and figuring out how I want to punch my whale. I think I will put him just like that, and I'm going to put a mini dimensional. Let me see if I can find those real quick. Which way I need this fin to lay. It's that way. So on the back, I will put, I even need to cut the minis. That's how small of a space I have to work with here. I need to know something from all of you who watch this, whether you watch it live or you watch the recording on Facebook or YouTube or my blog. Which do you prefer? Do you like today, to watch me have an idea but yet kind of figure out some of the details as we go along? Do you like to watch the creative process, or does that drive you crazy and you just want me to have it all figured out and cut and ready to go and let's just put it together? I'm curious which is your preference. I would love to have live participation with people voting while I am creating on what to do exactly, specifically. But without that, which is your preference? Okay, I'm going to put the whale just like that. And then we're going to figure out the spray. Definitely don't want to use that one for the big one. I don't think this one either. Let's see. I think the white one for the big middle one, and then I will glue the Misty Moonlight on the side, and maybe the pool party on the other side. Oops, I of course dropped it. But it's right here. And if I can find the little pool party, I think that is, yes, the color on the opposite side. Didn't get enough glue on this one. Now I probably got too much. All right, there we have it. Now I'm going to grab some of my rhinestones and see what I can find. I did not get the sequins that go with this set, but there are sequins available that match and go with it perfectly. There are also sequins that you might just have at home. And so, if that's the case, you can use whichever ones work best for you. I have basic rhinestones, but I think I'm going to use a few of these holiday rhinestones instead, because they are just really extra special. Okay, there we have them. I didn't put very many, only 3. You don't need a lot of bling, just a little bit. But here it is. You're kind of a big deal with the whale and the punched out pieces, the water spray. We got some rhinestones spraying out, and then just a little sneak peek of these seahorses underwater on the inside. So I hope you enjoyed that and enjoy your 4th of July tomorrow. And come back next Thursday at 4 o'clock, and we will be doing a Christmas card with the Whale Done stamp set. I'll see you then. Bye.